Fantastic. So number one, congratulations. We said we're going to have a new website design on Passive, and it's replicated for the founders. It can be found in your back office, uh, in the O Founders back office, and it is link number 51. Congratulations. We said it. It's done. All right. Of course, some polishing. By tomorrow, it will be perfected. I think you're going to like it. It's uh, stepping up and upping up the game. So that's one thing. Number two, we're going to talk about the event on the 28th. The key chairman for that event is probably not going to make it. We ask you for the prayers for his mother being hospitalized under a critical condition. And if any thing happens within the next week or two, we don't want to do preparation and cancel the last minute. So we see it is wise to be proactive and kind of switch things around. So instead of doing the 28th, what we've planned, it is more probably going to happen sometime beginning of September, because they're going to take from June, July, August. They're going to take those 3 months. They are traveling and doing some. I don't know what's their plan, but it's not going to be doable within those 3 months. That specific campaign we've talked about, okay? So that is one thing. So the campaign that it is possible we will do something on the 28th or around the time, okay? But it's not what we originally planned. We're just going to keep things moving and we're just swapping, all right, until it's possible to do that. And if our prayers work and make things happen like they worked so far for the founders and our families, we will definitely be pleased to try to catch the 28th, okay? Perhaps that is just one thing. The other thing is for Burj Khalifa, because we are now this is where I can share with you the concept, as we've spoke with Delroy, more than the naming and all of that. We don't want to continue promoting founders, okay? So instead of, you know, the campaigns are paid for, all right? If we do get more founders, it's not why we launched the campaign. We launched the campaigns for a couple of reasons. Number one, obviously, is the branding and building that customer trust and reputation. The second aspect is to take us to the new stage while we're beta testing that. So it looks like everything is working perfectly fine, just as planned, and we're having a blast with it. So now it's time to monetize what we're doing, and monetization has never been intended through the founders. That is not the profitable phase. Okay, what I'm trying to say is we're going to be selling other aspects on that commercial. So we're not pausing. We're not doing that. It's just we're working on different designs and the next phase of marketing. We might do one more time just because, okay, for the founders, and put your name at the top of the world one more time, just for fun, okay? But it's unnecessary to continue that further beyond, you know, the couple of weeks ahead. And, you know, obviously, once we get into that era, we will not, a new phase, we will not be mentioning founders in any medium or any of the methods. Do I look straight? I'm looking at myself. Number one, I look like a priest here. Okay, so let me unzip.
A little like Johnny Cash in black.
Yeah. And then okay, so this is weird. Number two, We're going to talk about the Indian campaign. Okay, we're not going to support Indian founders, all right, until they behave themselves. So we're not going to do that. Why? The information we had so far that they are charging, I don't know who they are, okay, founders to collect for the budget. While I spoke with Gurusminder, and I'm sure he conveyed that to Neeraj and Kaushik Pandya and some other Indian leaders that are trusted, and they care more about the business than themselves directly. They know very well that the company will compensate, will reimburse the cost for any expenses and liabilities. All right. So we actually offered more than they thought. They thought they're just going to put some posters, and that's pretty much it. Okay. So I discussed in details with Gurusminder last week or so while I was in Boston. We spoke about having flyers, hand out flyers by the tens of thousands, I think hundreds of thousands, large, posters or postcard size, whatever the final design is. That's one. Two, we're going to have even bigger posters and bigger number. We also thought we're going to offer some beverage, more likely some cold juices and soft drinks and water. Okay. And we also offered we're going to do live stream, just similar. I think it's a tough one to what we've done in Dubai. We're going to try to do our best to coordinate, okay, live streams like 3 minutes from each location. They are 30 locations in India, one in Pakistan and two in Bangladesh. They add up to 33 locations, time 3 minutes each. You're talking about a couple of hours, okay, watching. But if we can have a good snippet and a good glance from each location, that will do the trick. Iconic places from Taj Mahal all the way to South India, east and west. So it is an exciting event, but we're not going to give it the okay from the company side unless we make sure, or until we make sure everybody is properly compliance with the guideline. All right, we do these events, okay, just for building the brands and sharing the excitement. Some founders, they see what's going on in Dubai and USA and all the different locations, and we want to do that too. So we honored the feeling and the interest in India, but in no way this is a profitable process or for profiting or collecting money from the founders and having some ROI. That's not going to happen. Okay, not going to happen from any level of the founders. Okay, so no matter what leader you're talking about, okay, they have also violated by collecting money for Oh Bless last week, and we asked them to reimburse every Indian rupee they collected. And if not so, there will be a couple of accounts terminated. We know the bank they collected the money in. They can show a statement equivalent to that amount need to be returned to the founders. Okay, I understand that some founders, they out of love, they want to do it and they don't mind it, but this is mixing things up. We don't want to go in that direction. We will do Oh Bless only through the company. Okay, very soon you're going to have the platform, everything properly. We're the only crowdfunding platform ever existed not going to have any fees. There's no excuse. Okay, So that's number one. Number two, when we do it from the company, the corporate is paying for that, the whole cost. So that's how we're able to put OBLESS, because it's OBLESS is a part of our corporation activities. Okay, it's like our uh, social responsibility and our care for the community. We just couldn't help ourselves not to do anything until the final, weeks of releasing OBLESS. All right, but eventually, okay, everything will go through OBLESS. That is the only way we will allow people pay in direction. Can you mute the background, Julie, if you wish? I don't know how. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah. Okay. Um,
Shall I come in for a moment?
Absolutely. But let me just clarify. So for the event in India, it is not set on time until we make sure nobody is paying any money for it. That's number one. Number two, we will really take action. No joke, okay? For any money collected on the last event, I understand it was premature. They just jumped in out of excitement. We appreciate that. They've done what they've done, but after that, um, they should be well aware you shouldn't do such a thing. Use my picture, okay? Use the company name on passive. They know it has a lot of love going on, and they use the OBLESS logo without any proper coordination, or that is called abuse, okay? That is called literally manipulation, all right? It's not going to be allowed. So I understand it's not a significant amount of money. They just, handed out some candy and, cheap stuff for the community. It's nothing, that we cannot pay back. Return the money to the founders, show the account that is clear, okay, the way it came in, refund, we will be square, and then we will be fine. Otherwise, I have bad news, okay. For those who choose not to be involved and do the right thing, internally, externally. Internally from the staff side or the founders, and perhaps the public. I've talked to you about the founders. If you realize they are being shut up, for to a degree, and it's just going to get very hard on them. We already have our compliance department complete. We already hired extra lawyers, okay? They are done, they are at work now. They have been at work, but we're just giving them the knowledge and the transfer, the information and all the access they need. Okay. So those are the two things in relation to India, and the previous activity, OBLESS, the upcoming activity for that mega branding and building the buzz around OnPassive. OnPassive will pay the cost. No founder should pay. I suggest, I'm telling you, it's kind of like insane. I know you want to contribute to that, but I'm asking you not to, okay? We're not at a stage that we want to get into the money part. So far, somebody 3 years ago or close to 4 years, going to be soon, somebody paid $97. Everything they took from us is for the same $97. And even, better, that $97, if they ask for it to be refunded as of now, still available, it could be refunded. That's one side of it. The other side, okay, it will be overpaid, whether it's on those campaigns or those events. As you see, they're not cheap, okay? So we're way over delivering for that $97. So everything for the last 2-3 years has been completely on us from the company, and whatever is coming still, I mean, no way we can cover one event from those monies. I'm talking about for one person, what they can get from one event. So let's keep things properly on track. We're not asking for money. It's probably the only company I know telling you, do not send us money. Keep your money protect your money, save your money. Okay, we don't take money. We don't want to get into the monetization as of now. Not even Obless, which is a complete charitable activity. We don't want to get into that. Okay, there's a proper platform called Obless. It will check the compliance with the countries, the merchants, all of that. 100% free, no fees whatsoever for the beneficiary, for the public, for the causes, for the organizations, for the nonprofit. No dime will go to the passive pocket. Okay, we just built that from love, and it will be the vehicle that Chris Johnson and the angels of Unpassive, okay, all those collected people. Early this morning, I'm talking to my son. He is really motivated about solving the, not solving, supporting the orphans, okay? Got some great ideas. If you're talking about Junior, okay, telling me incredible solutions, and there's no way I will let him down. This is more than business. This is personal. You got Chris Johnson, okay, with his poverty, with his homelessness. You got, and of course, all the angels as well. And you got Omar Mufar coming up, okay, with incredible ideas for the orphans and how we can, make sure they get the proper education, and they are on the. He's just more focused on the education. If they're equipped and educated, you have a perfect society, because they're the future. And we know it, but because it comes from a child, we think, no, we should go with our ego. No, they know better. Okay, if we have an educated young society, we're going to have a bright future, because they are the future. It's done. It's not even questionable. So we've talked about the website. It's already live. We've talked about the Bless. We talked about the next event. We've talked about the bigger campaign on on Burj Khalifa. Okay, so remember, we are going to continue to do this. So we're in May. It will even May 2023. We will still be doing it. June, July, it will continue. All right. So there's no way we're not going to get. This is paid for, is contracted, is done. Okay, we're not going to undo it. We will continue doing that, but we want to make sure we are staying on course with the plan, the strategy. Test, stabilize, scale. All right, test. Okay, stable. So now we stabilized where we are. We know we learned a few things there, and we know how to debug them. And now the next thing is we want to start selling. Okay, Dilroy. Okay, we're going to start selling. I don't know, what do you call that? Dilroy launch. Doesn't matter the name. So we want to also talk about, because Minder, I feel you have something very urgent. If you want to say it, then I will come back, because we want to talk about how we're going to pay and all the details about the pay structure and sales, etc. So if you want to jump in for a minute.
Yes, Ash, thank you for the update and regarding the Indian event. And yes, the earlier event which a few of our founder went for Obless, I think they are getting those accounts where they have collected money, and they will be putting up everything in front of us. I have already told to them. And regarding this event, our the marketing part which we are planning. So there was one instance where one founder, he just gave a call to just get the expenses done, or he was collecting money. But the good thing was, So the good thing is that yeah, they have just reimbursed those money to those founders, because when we put up our message over there that nothing should be collected from anybody,
Beautiful.
and even if we have some expenses, one or two founder, okay, for giving advance for printing, that's okay, but we are not collecting any money from anybody, and this is clear. Company will pay that money, reimburse that money, and pay the bills, whatever posters or flyers or whatever we are having over there. So message is loud clear in India that we are not collecting
Julie here?
any money from anybody. Yeah.
Julie
Yes,
or
I'm here.
Milo? Yeah, I'm
I'm
gonna
here.
start doing that like Milo. Okay, okay. Let's move on. This is not.
Yeah.
This is not. We don't need to get into the details. I trust that you are going to take a look, whatever you and I can coordinate, of course. But I don't
Yeah.
think we need to get into the details here.
Yeah.
It's unnecessary because we have a large number of people listening, and we want to value their time. So this is just a couple of people involved. I trust that everything will be perfect. Again, I already clarified they didn't do it intentionally, but now they know better. They understand you cannot use a company name or anything without a prior coordination with the company, the brand, etc. All right, so moving on. Okay, so let's recap. Okay, we already talked about the back office. Okay, you got a new website, and I can tell you it's better, okay, than the previous one. We are up in the game. So I would say within 2 weeks or so, we will have another one. I hope you use it at least once, okay? Or take a look at it. Just have an idea how we're building things. Now, scaling. To me, I see a different theme, okay, a different energy in the new website. Careers.unpassive.com. We should call it careers.unpassive.oh, very sexy. Okay, it is looking better every time, and it's being revamped as well as we speak. So give it a few more days. It's gonna skyrocket. Okay, so we have a good career website, all in-house, all organic. We're not using an external website or solution. That's one. The other thing, we are scaling, expediting the pace of giving you a frequent new website. We're not talking about a page. We're not talking about a squeeze page or canned platform or just no, we're talking about manufacturing a complete full-blown website with so many functionalities, SEO friendly, coded and replicated to you. If we're doing that at 2 weeks, and now the next phase will be weekly, so come in every Monday and have a new website, the next level will be what? You come every day, it's going to be a new website. Obviously, that is the most or the closest we would be to Dilroy launch. Okay, that is the closest. Okay, so when you see that phase, I'm giving you the signs of the judgment day. So in a good way, don't take it badly. What else I want to talk to you? Yeah, so the compliance is already in place. So we better now take things more as unpassive is. We treat you like royals, we treat you like partners, and I think we outgrew the network mentality and MLM mentality. We outgrew the me, and my team mentality. We should treat it as it is. You're talking about a unicorn company. Not in a million years you thought you're going to be involved as a founder for no money. Okay, no matter how you take it. Thank you for the $97. It's there if you want it. If stopping you from anything, we'll give it back to you with a kiss at any time, no problem. So there's no way, there's no chance on earth or in hell or anywhere, okay, or any planet, you could become a founding member in a unicorn company with the value on passive that is building and promising the world and the change that is already happening for no money. So the least we expect from you is to behave accordingly. What is it? On passive is generous. On passive is ethical. It has a lot of integrity. Okay. On passive is ethical. On passive is good. So just do the same thing. On passive is legal. We do all the work, and we just want you to reflect that energy and that attitude and that character. So treat this business as it is, not as what you wanted it 3 years ago, 2 years ago, if you've been that long with us. Okay. So this is not another business. This is not just see what happens. Okay. This is a life-changing solution for humanity. And we don't take it lightly anymore. We put our life in it. Our life, our organs, we put them in this. No joke. Okay. And for what to come, my son is going to be 8 years old now. Say he is 20, that's 12 years from now, 21. It's nothing. If we look back to this day, 2022, and whatever we're doing now is taking part of this lifetime solution, where in his generation and future generations, this planet will be better off because of what we're doing today. What could you not do to achieve that vision? Needless to say what we shouldn't do to spoil it. You're not going to spoil it, the bad news, but you know what? Noise, okay? It's just a distraction. Nobody can stop it, not me. And it's not like I'm, okay? I'm just telling you, it's already done. In a way, like, no matter how you phrase it, it's just not your choice and my choice. It is done, okay? It's meant to happen, and it's happening. There's no stopping for that. And whatever the direction is, sometimes, you know, you plan something, but also, you know, I hope you don't mind me saying that, but also God has a plan. We plan to do something on the 28th, might have to switch it over, okay? Or switch it up a little bit, no problem, okay? Just go with the flow and allow it to happen, but it's happening. And not in any way I thought we would be at this level just a couple of years in the game. If you describe what we are witnessing right now, 3 years ago, I would tell you I'll be happy to get to that point 10, 15 years from now. I am not joking. So speaking of that, okay, I'm telling you, it is crazy. The 12, okay, the 12 from now, which Wednesday, I believe, okay, we're gonna give you, well, at least I will know exact date. Say by Friday, okay, just for fun, okay. By Friday, we're gonna have an exact date for launching, announcing on passive first data center. Is this a done deal or what? Talking about completion. Believe it or not, we have done the multi-regions. We've been doing it, I think, 7 times since November. When we revamped and launched O-Founders, 2 things you're not aware of. We kept working on multi-regions. And multi-regions, I'll explain to you, and that's another topic for the tech people, if you wish. And the other thing we've been working on, the O-Founders admin panel, cPanel. We have obviously, but we're talking about redoing more features, more, okay. So more automation, more data fluid, okay, performance. And now we have been testing that, and I just got off the phone now with one of our tech leads. We confirmed that the testing is perfectly fine and we can go anytime. We just want to continue doing this at least until Friday, and then after that we will go live. Now, when I'm talking about go live, I'm going to give you an example, okay, where everybody is connected to a data center that is close to them in the region. We're beginning with a few, every continent, then we will scale it to, at some point, it will probably be in at least every other country or so, okay? There will be so many of them. I'm talking to you about a new laser speed. It will be responding as you type. I know we have no complaint about O Founders, and that's not the goal. O Founders is just the guinea pig, okay? We're just testing. I hope you don't mind me saying that. Okay, so we are just testing, but parallel with that, we are working on passive single sign-on products and testing that, okay? And my request, the first data center will accommodate as if we have 1 billion customers, including the founders, working, live streaming, open in multiple applications. This is not realistic. This would never happen. So let's say Marty DeGarmo is live stream on OConnect, and he is recording a video on ONET, and he is having a very, packed live chat separately, and on the same time, at the same time, he's having a class or two going on Academy, and he's, like 20 applications open, full blown, every single one of us having that at the same time to 1 billion of us, okay, happening. It will not blink. It will not feel anything. This is something I had to fight for it because I am not qualified technically for the mechanical decisions and the engineering. So those experts that they get paid, I don't get paid for that. I pay for that. Okay, it's good out of my pocket, not in my pocket. To do that, this is the first time that as an insane person. Okay, remember I've been called crazy before, and lately on your show, Julie, I've been called ugly. So now I'm crazy, ugly. What's next?
You're insane. You are insane.
Okay. I'm not making this up. Watch Julia and Milo from last week, and you will see they've been calling me ugly officially. And they're so right. Couldn't agree better. Okay, or more. So the idea of that, I'm trying to convey one thing, that it is not necessarily needed, but I just don't go the extra mile. I go all the way. Not just an extra mile. I go all the way. Never been done before. Never been done before. Okay. Again, we are the shift. We're not just a paradigm shift. We are the shift. So because of that, I don't have to look around. I don't have to ask them what they've done before. How did it work with Amazon? Like, one new lady just joined us from Amazon. We don't have to see how they're doing it. Okay. Why? We will do. So it makes me feel better just knowing that I have a platform, okay, that can serve 1 billion people using multiple applications at the same time, which is never going to happen. It's hypothetical. I just feel that I've done more than any other company by providing the ultimate value. So it's a big deal. Okay. It's a principle. It's more, I think it's more of a characteristic thing. And if I set the standard like that, then I'm changing their thinking. Some of them, they were not convinced in the beginning, but over time they're more convinced. And now they see the vision like, okay, I understand. And I don't have to look how I've done it before. And they're just, you know, cooperating with the process, which is a big thing. So data center is within reach. The first one, multi-regions within reach, which will open it hybrid, like you finish your resources, then you go out publicly. As if we have, this is the exact ash code, okay, as if we have 1 billion users opening all the applications at the same time to unlimited capacity. Never going to happen, but as if that hypothetical scenario happening, we will be able to accommodate that. Is it worth to go through 7 times changing the structure and the database and rewriting the code from line 1, from the ground up, hiring? Oh, we consulted with companies, we couldn't do that. One of them is Amazon, okay? They just sucked our money, but no solution, okay, for what we wanted to accomplish. That's exactly the other topic they've covered on Lynn and Ron on Friday, the innovation labs. That's exactly the workflow and the work attitude is, this is the objective. Let me know when it's done and how much. So speaking of that, I heard your Marty DeGarmo's live today. Trying to distract him from his testing. Texting is not working. Okay. So speaking of that, not that we're going to give them to the engineers, not that we're going to give them an idea and they will do it. No, I want to clarify. Innovation labs, just to echo what he said on his live today, and maybe other leaders will repeat the same concept. We want to make sure everybody understands, because some of what was covered on Friday night live with Lynn Halbert and, I'm sorry, the other way, Ron Halbert and Lynn Nakamoto. What some of the engineers made it sound like we're testing some of the digital products. By no means, this is a separate setup for that, okay? I'm talking about physical products, okay? And I'm talking about 2 prototypes have been already tested, okay, and succeeded. So it doesn't mean the first demo was a check, right? You know how it is, okay? And so 2 successful products, that's what it means in plain English, okay? And I'm not talking about whatever ideas in the future might occur, then we will assign it to them. No. We have a specific list of products, very clear, okay? So when you hear me talking like crazy, okay? No, I'm talking about some products in my mind. So those are the products that will go through the labs and research, you know, and design team will make the demo. Once it's done, test it, then prototype it. Then sometimes you have to keep it running for like 6 months to get the approval from us, not from anyone else. And of course, the legality is you want to protect it from to be registered and patent and all of that. So to be precise, we're talking about specific products I already have, okay, and they are physical products and they are Two have succeeded and more to come. And one or all of them will reshape your planet. One or all. One of them is good enough to reshape the planet. So this is a type of product. I'm not talking about a new bottle cap or something. I'm not talking about a plush, okay? All right, so monkey cage, no. We're talking about disruptive stuff. No, not like historical, okay? The level of Edison and Henry Ford and Wright brothers, that is the level I'm talking about. All right? Those are the milestones that we can fit in that criteria, if not bigger than all of them. But not to the level where we can invent strawberry soup. So, Celestine, we're still competing with you.
Talking about Celestine, Mr. Ashmufard, please let Omar know, please count Celestine in.
Oh, absolutely. Of course. I'm sure. Yes. Thank you. Yes, indeed. No, they will take care of it. And that will set a good accountability on us. Like if they're doing it, it would be embarrassing not for us not to even do more. But going back to the topic, okay, innovation labs, it is already done. I just want to come from another angle now. Oh, we will have multiple, obviously, and we don't need to announce where they are and all of that. But the only thing I wish I can convey with you now to you is the fact that everything is happening simultaneously. Everything is happening as we speak. So if you're talking about innovation lab, multiple different countries, check. If you're talking about multiple data centers, it is the train left the station. It's already, it took off a long time ago. It happened, it happened already. So it's just, if you're looking for the days and the ribbon cut and the ceremonial things and all of that, that is not in my mind. I haven't planned that, okay? I'm talking about getting things done, and the way we are doing things is at a speed I couldn't even dare to be that hopeful or optimistic. Okay, if I can just add, I recently heard Elon Musk talking about the energy aspect of Tesla, and they strive to reach a point where they have sustainable energy from their usage, which is 0.1 terawatt. That's like 100 gigawatt, I believe, okay, per hour usage. If they're talking about 2030, 2040, okay, about 2 decades from now. But that's using winds, I'm sorry, yeah, the solar system and winds, okay? And if those people know what we're talking about and how fast we're doing it, next webinar, they're not going to be on this Zoom. They will be holding cups for me and you, serving us in our conference room with their tuxedo uniform. That's how bad what we have is. Okay. Now, going back to what I would love to share with you as far as your expectation from the process of OnPassive. Okay? And what do we owe you? And what do you owe us? Should we check inventory now? Okay. A couple of years ago, we said we're going to create a digital marketing system, okay, or a platform, and we're going to have a matrix. And for us to put you in the matrix before we open to the public, we're going to charge you $97. And for those couple of months that it will take us to put up that platform, we will let you attend private webinars. Pretty much it, okay? And we will run a campaign or something, you know, to market to a certain level, okay? But nothing was in the millions, okay? We were talking about a very tiny, small, humble capacity, all right? And then we went to work and we decided to scale things up and cut phases and do everything in-house and do everything from the ground up organically and start staffing and building properties and equipping and all of that, and go through the procedures where we become the sole product owners, all right? No reliance or no dependency on other companies or vendors. Now, we've surpassed that long time ago, and we kept going and adding to where we know now OnPassive digital ecosystem that is a complete CATMO. Obviously, just keep it short. If you don't know what CATMO is, you have some catch up to do, okay? And that is a very important thing for you to understand. Not that is like the term, but it's the concept. It is essential for you to know that what type of business you're a part of. You probably will be impressed more than you think, okay? So that complete digital solution in one place with the automation, with all of that, that was an add-on, that was stacking the cool in OnPassive. So at that point, we are already over delivering from the initial one. Now we had two choices, okay? Or maybe a couple. The first one is tell you, if this is bigger than you thought, okay, and you don't want to be a part of it, we still honor the $97, take it back, and that's it. Or we are making something bigger, $97 is not applicable to this. Let's do it at $10,000, $20,000 ticket. If you want to be a founder of this, that's another way to do it. And third, no, we're not accepting founders. We're going to do this when it's done. We will open it because it's bigger than the initial talk. All right. So, but we kept everything open in a conversational fashion. It was not scripted. We didn't have a contract every time, an update, simply because it's not an investment. It's not like a big deal. $97, not we're going to go and put Wall Street involved or Washington or the UN. We're not going to get them involved in that $97. It's a simple deal. Either you're in or not. So we kind of communicated through, if you are a founder material, you just have to be positive and patient. That's all we ask you for. Okay, but we have changed the game. We're not going to compromise. We're not going to say, no. Let's be smart and stick to the plan and just do a digital platform when we can accomplish what we are achieving today. I meant by smart, let's be dumb, okay, and lazy and worthless. That's what it would be, or coward, not to dare to go to that extreme. We saw that it was an obligation and a responsibility. We could achieve more. And ironically, we didn't add the value on the founder, and we kept the same title. Okay, so if you went to, in a way, and again, not exact level, but I want to make an extreme radical contrast so you can understand the difference. So we said we're going to open a coffee shop, and I'm going to let you have a lifetime membership with it, okay, for $100. I went to work, then we decided to flip that coffee shop to make it Amazon. equivalent in the size and the concept, okay? I said, we keep the same $100 and you are not a founder of a coffee shop or a founding member, lifetime, VIP club. We're going to keep you as a founder of this upcoming Tesla, Amazon, gigantic company. But that name wouldn't make any sense to you 3 years ago on passive. Like, oh, what's on passive? Okay, we had to create the name. But no one on passive now, it's better than, in my opinion. Okay, I am #1 fan of Elon Musk. I probably never said this publicly, and I don't endorse, say identities or names or, but the concept. I mean, there's some clever people here. If you're talking about Addison, if you're talking about Ford, if you're talking about Carnegie, if you're talking about what's his name, Jobs, Steve Jobs, if you're talking about Microsoft guy, Gates, if you're talking about this recent one, Elon Musk, absolutely, all the respect, hats off, no doubt. Okay, am I going to be a customer? Yeah, why not? Okay, still in the process, but what we're doing is much more valuable, in my opinion. You see how much I love them and I respect them? I'm talking, don't go in the personal aspect. I'm talking about business-wise, the good they're doing, they're impacting our life in a much more clever way, and I appreciate that. Of course, their intelligence, we're on passive, like we're on being using that passively. Their innovative ideas, okay, we're monetizing that. Of course, we owe them. They're improving our life, okay? I mean, remember what happened to Apollo 11, or what was it? The one that crashed? When I grew up, I thought every rocket will go, or space shuttle, it's just, you're gonna see astronauts burning and falling from the sky. I didn't think it could. Look how safely they're doing. They're like Ubering. They're going to space and coming back. You don't even feel it. This is incredible. Okay, so yeah, this is something we can do nothing but respect and admire. But to put that in perspective, what we're doing in on passive is not less, not any less. You don't know it now, but again, bear with me. Couple of years down the road, you're going to remember this day, and you're going to mark my word, and you're going to see everything is on the record, okay? And you can come back and say you lied and you are annoying and you're a fool, or you're going to say, okay, so I don't like to be called that, so obviously I have to be aware of this so to avoid it. And if somebody would say it, they would be the criminals, okay? Because we would have the impact visible in every corner of the planet. Okay, so that's been said. What we're doing is not any less. The impact has exceeded and the value has exceeded what we thought. So should we say we're squared? Or even better, we're telling you we're not done. So just sit back. You could quit anytime. We're not going to tie you up. There's no obligation. You could quit anytime. And by all means, we can honor the $97. This is beyond insane. I mean, nobody likes me to say it, okay? I'm talking about merchants, lawyers, they don't like that because in a way they're taking, you're devaluing and devaluating your product and your business. But I just say, if somebody doesn't love me, I don't love them back. In a way, no force, okay? So, and I'm not talking personal, I'm talking about the company as on passive. If somebody is not in love, they don't get it, you want to force them. If they have a better thing in life or better use for that $97, let them go. Okay, so it's that simple. So we've exceeded the checklist, okay? If you're talking about you were supposed to be in the matrix, you were supposed to be a founder of a digital marketing company, now you're a founder of a unicorn that has more to come, but keep it at the ecosystem. It's already beyond and above what you thought and what I thought initially for the $97. We're not saying we're square, okay? We don't mind taking you with us even further to the top, okay? And the craziest part that we are about to put this founder program to sleep permanently. Okay, that's why we're working on passive, not on all founders. And the reason I am bringing this up, okay, because when that happens, up to that moment, the fact that you kept this position and this relationship for as long as you've been with us, if you've taken one webinar with us or access to the back office for, let's say, a month, reasonably, we burned the $97. But for us to take you to data centers to give you unlimited use of all the products, even before we launch, that's beyond insane. Now, what I'm trying to say is from now on, this day and on, whatever Unpassive is doing is on the top, like on top of what we, or this is an extra, this is an add-on by love, by design, by choice. All right? Not happy with it. Anyone not happy with it, we will apologize for the time you used us. Still kiss that $97, but we'll make it 100, no problem, okay? And give it back to you, no problem. And I, prefer that rather than somebody being with me and telling me soft launch, medium launch, rough launch, hard launch, over easy, over medium. No, stop that, okay? This is not the terminology you're talking about on passive. If you have been engaged, as the leaders constantly say, you gotta be involved. You cannot disappear for a while and come and expect you to be up to speed. This is fast moving pace and there's so much going on. It's above average. So it's not, or it's unlikely for somebody to get involved once in a while and be clear on what's happening. If you're not catching up, I catch up through other speakers, attendees, and leaders, and all of that intentionally, because if I feel if I'm not listening to everything, I'm falling behind. It matters. You want to make sure, you want to check that they know what you meant and it's the right message. And if something that need to be tweaked, we have to call it. That's a big responsibility. It's the least to say it's a sign of transparency and integrity. You just want to be as accurate as you want. Okay, why does it matter? Like, okay, if it's bogus, you just don't care, whatever we're ranting. It's important for us. It's critical for Unpassive to stay the course and be transparent, just like the company treat you. Okay, you want to do the same. Okay, you cannot claim to be the correction for the corruption and we're hyping things up. Okay, we cannot even tell you the way things are because it's just too crazy to believe it. Okay, and no blame. You have to dim it down. It's the only company that you have to drop it down for it to be reasonably comprehended. Because if I talk to you the language we talk, you're just gonna say, just go jump. Think I'll die from here? Yeah, I'm on the 18th floor. Okay, so I will die. You will never do that to me, right? Okay, so as of today, I hope you appreciate or you have the gratitude that Unpassive has delivered and over-delivered what was initially communicated. From now on, just, and again, nothing wrong of you saying thank you Unpassive for keeping adding the value and stacking the core. So to complete the ecosystem, when I say it's a done deal, it's a done deal mechanically. Now, with the level of resources we have, engineers, experts, every company, let's go top 100 companies on the planet, I guarantee more than 50 of them, we would have somebody working with us. Previously worked on those companies that is working with us, okay? Like in Dubai, Airmark company, it's a gigantic $15 billion company. We have a couple of them. I hope they don't leak that out because some of them, they just put their papers. They just love what we're doing and they're working for us. If you're talking about Amazon, if you're talking about Google, if you're talking, it's not a company that I wish, oh, I wish we have an expert from there, okay? So with that level of intelligence we have, another crazy thing about OnPassive, we don't talk about money and collecting money. We tell you, don't spend your money, don't put your money. We're not gonna ask you for money or donation or upsell or any of that. Never hide your money, bury it, okay? So it is a true statement. Do not, that's it. You pay 90, that's all you have to do. And if you don't like, if it bothers you, we're happy to give it back. So I mean, even that $97. So not even talking about a dollar above. Now we go back to budget. We have no issue. Okay. Startups never fail because of funding, or at least statistically 15% of the failure is referred to the capital. They don't have a capital. If you have a good idea, if you have a good business model, and timing is like 40% of the process. If you have the timing, and if you have the business model, and if you have the leadership, and you have the character of the company, it's done. All right. So budget is 15% of the process, and we don't have that 15% lack. We don't have that gap. So it's checked. We don't have a problem. We can find funding, no problem. We're not in any way in need for founders to fund. There's no way a rational brain would think $97 is funding what we're doing. You get what I'm saying? Okay, so you got the resources, you got the buildings, you got the offices, you got the logistics, the registration, you got all of that. You got the 1.3 million beloved founders, okay? And those who are in queue, some of them, they just like, they're stubborn. They said something 2 years ago and they're just embarrassed to admit that we proved them wrong, okay? So they're now being quiet. It stings, but there is a portion of society like that. Yeah, but now they just want to find a way to apologize to you. Okay, so remind me again, what's missing from anything that we want to accomplish? So the digital ecosystem, cross it off today, and going back today, tomorrow, the 10th of May. Day one and OnPassive, having what we have today. What product you cannot do on the fly? And we're not asking for money. We're not asking for budget. We're not asking for more employees. We're not asking, I wish we have another company or another business or another. We got the talent, we got the energy, we got everything, whatever it takes. We can build a business or a company every week. So don't look back, don't look around, don't cross-reference with anything you've seen before. It is insanely different. And appreciate where we are today. And anything above what you have should deserve thank you OnPassive. If you want to be cute, thank the person that cared about you and invited you. And if you want to be ugly, not the ugly that you don't thank anyone and grump and complain. So I hope this was informative because I have to move on to the next topic or to the next what do you call it, meeting. Okay, so forgive me. I came here because I just didn't want to go another day without connecting with you and leaving some of the information, to accumulate. I hope I didn't forget anything. I didn't want to make it very professional or formal in a way. So I just wanted to have a conversation with you from the heart, as usual, openly. And I do wish that and hope that you got a little bit of the sense of where we are, where this is going. And speaking about the money and all of that last point, I just mentioned it. I remember I promised you how we're going to pay. That last piece I shared with you, what cannot be built or done with the level of business we have now. Like if you want to create a business, just one business, one item, one product, right? June. Have a team department for it, and then go to July. Okay, we have plenty of ideas. Continue that theme. We can have 10 businesses a year or more. New, completely different. All right, and it doesn't have to be all digital. We can have crazy other stuff. So rest assured that the sky is not the limit with Unpassive. The sky is only the beginning, is the start. The sky is where we start. That's our base. Two, because of what we have, and everybody will still want to see it from the angle or from their corner of thinking. Okay, this is all beautiful, Ash. Okay, but what about me? What's in it for me? This is where I live. What is it gonna do to me? Okay, well, the digital ecosystem has no connection to the following phases, and we haven't even decided officially if we're going to include those. Because, okay, do I have the desire? Yes. But make no mistake, I have the right, okay, to share the love with whom I want. And I met so many loved friends through Unpassive. In fact, if I look around, I don't want to be with anybody that is not an Unpassive, because they're not the brightest bulb on the tree. When I look around, when I see the leaders in Unpassive, those are the type of people I want to hang around with. I have seen them, I have hugged them and sniffed them and the other way around, and I know this is the type of people I want to be with, I want to spend more time with and share love with. Okay, so if I'm talking about different inventions, if I'm talking about a complete disruptive other businesses, I don't want to be alone. Why not? Okay, I have met through the staff side, okay, people who are nothing but partners. They are core and partners materials. So if you're talking about digital ecosystem, which is already over delivering digital marketing platform, okay, this is already above. If you're talking about that ecosystem, we can make a new one every year with what we have now. Yes, and that is accurate. We can make a new, complete, revamp it. Have we done like founder once a year or twice a year? We've done it. Okay, so now, but we're bigger now. We've got more skin in the game. So can we do an founder a month? Absolutely. Okay, because there's some major breakthroughs that just happened in the last year or so, including what's coming now. You're talking about data center, and you're talking about the multi-regions and hybrid cloud, fluid hosting. Crazy. So for the digital ecosystem is above the initial ticket, we are committed, and I have a pledge to share the percentage after paying the cost of the digital ecosystem, the traffic, the marketing, talking about the personnel, the human resources, the payroll, all of that. That's the biggest overhead. So you pay all of that, and keep the company sustainable, and the remainder is going to those who like to participate in the reseller. Now, how is this going to apply to you? Number one, you are, if we have another million in the next 5 years, just one more million, you are from the first 50% of the business. If we have 10 million within the next 5 years, I'm being ugly, right? Okay. So if you're talking about 5 years from today, and you have just another 10 million, you're still from the 10%. Is this a winning position or what? But what if 10 million a year for the next 10 years? Still ugly to all of us. I know Michael Williams will be upset, okay? Because that's not realistic. But what if it's 10 million a year for what we have, for the cost, for the benefits? That's 100 million down the road. You are the 1%. So that is never going to change. That's intact. Why? Because your timing couldn't be modified. It's permanent, set in stone. That's set. Unless somebody is wise enough to come and say, I want my $97, I want to quit, this taking longer than I thought. KISS, send the $97 back, or 100 if they wish. We like to tip you. So, but if somebody decided and they see the vision and they decided to be in it, at an ugly scenario, 10 million a year, we're talking about the 1%. Is it possible? Does it worth $97? Okay. So now, how does it apply? Those who came in first, the first one who said, Ash, I believe in this, let's do it. And they're still with us today. They still believe. They take position number 1, position number 2, position number 3, etc. We don't pass it. That's fair. It's not going to change. It's not going to change. And we are good at keeping our words and just having the standards. And I think everybody will be happy. I mean, this is when you came, this is the time, this is the stamp, this is the date. So that's one factor. That's one thing. The second factor is some people came in even a little later, okay, let's say after a year, but they put in this everything they could. I don't even have to name them because you know them. They gave on passive everything, and that is to your advantage, to my advantage, to the company advantage, to the public advantage, because everything that is serving and helping and assisting on passive to go the full-blown business that we know or anticipate, okay, it is helping everybody. So those who helped unconditionally, okay, that is reasonable for you and I to agree they deserve to be also given that priority and privilege. Third, there's some people, they are in it with the heart, deserving. But they're limited with their ability. None of the abilities we're talking about is money. Just understand, relax, okay? This is the only company that I know money is not a factor. It doesn't give you any privilege. You're not going to buy it, okay? Okay, this is the only company that money is not a priority, is not essential. It doesn't add any way on the scale of our relationship. Talking about the number of people, okay, taking away the team summary. I never looked personally, okay? The system tell us, okay, performance-wise, who invited how many, and how many invitees and how many, you know, converted, didn't convert. Yeah, of course. Same will be with the sales and all that. But I would never treat you upon your sales report. Never, okay? It's not a factor personally, okay? The system, obviously, it's got algorithm, it's got the math, it's got the formulas. It has a factor. It has, you know, somebody make a sales, they get paid accordingly, okay? So are you adding those? I'm giving you the exact payout criteria openly. This is the raw, uncut plan, pay plan. Okay, so you pay what you pay, ecosystem, anything sold, okay, this is how it's paid. And then everybody else, all right, according to the time they came in. But founders are first. But somebody comes in 3 years and they say, hey, you know what, I'm gonna go with this. They would not have the advantage that you're before them. They would not have the advantage that to become the 1%. If we're 30 million 3 years ahead or 5 years ahead, that's not the 1%, okay? Still ahead of them. 30 million, that's gonna be like the 30% from the 100. Okay, big difference, 1%, 30%. I'm talking to you, that's if somebody wanna go wild with it. So you can never match the value of a founding member pre-launch and you know, being active or doing what they could. Attitude counts, you know, the character counts, and on passive. And we have our statistics, we have our reports, we have our, that's why we watch, okay? And it's important. So the time that we have is important, that we spend together. That what gave us the perception and the knowledge about each identity. But if we give you the position to become the pioneer and having the ability to test products before the market, that's unlimited. We're not talking about one product. We're not talking about a month. If we had it for 6 months previously, that doesn't, you know, change. If you used it to unlimited capacity, it's not going to change. So all of that add to the value, but never charging you an extra dime. And one more thing is worth to say, that when we do that finalization, okay, we will not dictate. Okay, it has to go through 3, 4 stages to be considered. So number one is my proposal. This is my proposal to the mathematicians, okay? To the people who are the CPAs, the tax, attorneys and all of that. All those people sit together, okay? And I'll say, this is what I want to accomplish. According to this criteria, give me the math. How much are we spending a month? What is the projected income? What is this? What is that? Okay, and put a price and all of that. So that's how we do it. Now, so it checked the heart. It started from the heart, from the love. Okay, this is what we want. Then it passes the math, the numbers, the algorithm. Okay, the science. That is checked when they approve it. No, now obviously everything makes sense. Third, it would be mathematicians are not passive. I have said that before, and I probably will choose not to say it today. I want to see who's paying attention. I've said it before, exactly what I want to do with 12 mathematicians. I said exactly what was the plan, and that is still intact. Okay, so that would be the third layer, okay, of auditing. Make sure everything is valid. That, like, if it passes that level, it's over. Okay, then just for love, I'm going to come with a few leaders, core, trusted people that if you break their head, they wouldn't leak anything. Okay, I would definitely be happy to have a meal with them and just share the thing, just to brag, because I love to brag to my friends, and that's it. And obviously, among that process, the legal will be overseeing that globally. Okay, we already have legals in multiple countries, talking about full-time and some on what do you call that, retainers, okay, and some monthly, okay. And we have multiple, like for example, India is like, it got everything. We got people on retainers, we got people on monthly, and we got auditors from outside, and we've got in-house lawyer and multiple seniors and juniors and compliance. It checks every use of legal service. Okay, here different, in Dubai we have different, other places we have different, because not one fits all. Okay, just understand that some countries are quite the opposite other places. All right, and that's what we're learning through the process. So I'm saying everything will have to be verified and validated legally from every country, from every law. And so by the time you go to get paid, this is not going to be, we're going to try this, if it works, we go with it a month and we bankrupt and we go start looking for the next Panda Express. Okay, so this would be it. When you go to that direction, any value that you add to the business, you're going to be paid, but just because of your timing is already a big advantage. That is huge. That's never going to change. It's never going to be compromised. But what if the audience and the market would love what we have, and the impact becomes so noticeable and we become $1 billion? Everything is possible. Just 1 billion. But what if we decide, which is very possible, the other phases never been on the ticket, we decide to add them as a part of OnPassive. They're not going to be in Dilroy's launch. All right, but this is lifelong. So what if we decide anything we add from now on is going to be added to the bucket? and now not 1 billion. I told you we have something, 8 billion people will use it. What if that becomes our customer base? And you're from the first 50,000, 100,000. Invisible in a good way. It's like you're a fraction of 1%. That's how high we're taking you. So if we are doing things different from what you expected, I want you to start thinking, if you are in my position right here now, and you want this company to be the best, the cleanest, most effective, most valuable, etc., what would you do? I don't want you to be thinking from now on, what's best for me as founder number so-and-so, I have so-and-so in my team. Cross that off. That's not how it works, okay? This business got a lot of value and a lot of impact, so much impact. And no other business will allow you to be in the driver's seat as the hero, as the captain. I'm going to use this example. I'm talking about my brother, Chris Johnson. And since we're saying Chris Johnson, Amanda Chris Johnson, congratulations. We're proud of you as a family member. And I'm not saying that is impossible to happen, all of that. I don't want you to take it the wrong way. You know how much I love Chris, and back off, okay, if you're going to think that way. Okay. I'm not talking about the person, but I chose that as an obvious example. We know the name. He doesn't mind me, okay? So when he has a potential, God forbid, there's no passive. He has a potential to be the next Mother Teresa. What chances that the world is going to know this incredible human being or would have any impact? It's going to be a process. Who knows? We don't know the unknown, but we know what we know now. We know unpassive is there. You see, unpassive is just enabling what is there. We didn't make Chris. He's there. He existed, okay? And he will do that if he had given or been given the chance or the ability. That is what unpassive is doing. So I want you to start thinking of what we can do collectively to enable as many of us, like Celestine and Omar and Chris and all of us, okay, even Willow and Sherry and, you know, the angels are unlimited, or Robin, or the name. This is a beautiful thing. You cannot name us in one session, all right, because we're so many. That's a beautiful thing. So I'm just thinking unpassive is doing and already what no other company would even give us the platform to dare to dream or think that ambitious. So we find the diamond and we put them on the stage. We become the followers, we follow them, okay? We're fan, we give them any support we can, any support. In India, in Bangladesh, doesn't matter. I would never ask you what's your religion. And if I ask you, tell me back off, Ash, okay? I would never ask you what's your ethnicity or, you know, if you bring it up, it's not, but it's not going to change, okay? This is a very, very genuine company to mankind. Just the human element that you and I have. And I love what been, you know, covered, that stay who you are perfect the way you are. I agree with you. And we want you to be that way, because if you're like red, who's going to be Gusminder? Who's going to be Susie? The diversity and the fabric is what makes us. It's, you know, that's a beautiful thing. And until you understand the value of our differences, and the difference is our power. If we're the same, that's trouble. Don't take it as a good thing. So this is a company that understands unity. This is a company that understands and not threatened, not intimidated by putting people above it, above itself. Never happened. This is a company that would lift people, put them on its shoulders, and no thank you needed, no recognition needed, and just be the hero. So you would never get this position again in your life, period. Never, never, never. I mean, come on. For that, we just have to be mindful for those who give, for those who are just watching, or even disturbing. That's the thing. So treat things more as there's no secret in life. Not in 2022. There's no secret. The truth will always emerge. It will always come out. You don't even have to chase it. It will come to you. It will come to you. No secret. Don't believe in secrets, okay? So do the right thing as if you are owning the company, you are in charge. What would you do? All right? And if the answer is you just want to do things to your advantage, that's not on passive. Just go to another business and create your own. Okay? But if you want to align with the spirit of on passive and do and deliver the dream of millions, the dreams of millions, nothing should go with your comfort or what's best for you. It has to be what's best for the business. I'm saying this for you. We deserve at this moment in this journey to ask and demand unconditional support and trust and patience, as we know what's best for you or what's best for the company, therefore it's best for you and for everybody else. At this point, there shouldn't be what I loved about Julie the other day. She said also the same session, I was listening to that. She said, I don't question things anymore. I don't have to understand. They will come to me, and it's not about the trust, it's about knowing things. She knows enough. She just got CATMO. That's enough to her. So if we delivered CATMO, that's just because it's on the ticket. Anything above CATMO is extra, is a dessert, is another layer, stacking the cool. So let's make it as easy, as positive as possible for the company, that the company has the attitude is, you know what? So-and-so has been so incredible, so supportive, a real active and advocate, founder. We're going to include them on the next phase or on the next disruptor. And we're not going to ask you for $97. Trust me. So if you're a visionary, okay, I think you've been here long enough. Time to, it's the finish line, all right? Time to be clear, and you don't have to announce it, of who you are, what's your true identity, and what's your role with the company. Therefore, you base your expectations on that. Now, speaking about the system, okay, We always have to go that extra insane level of clarification, okay? Because we have some smart people and some, yeah, okay. So, and I'm not talking about the founders here. Everybody that is here is absolutely committed. They're making the time. They're taking the time to come here and attend live and get the information firsthand. And they will be on the live tomorrow with Red Redfern and Marty DeGarmo and Chris Johnson. They would be on the next session with Robin and Julie and Milo and all of them, and Lynn and the techies and you know, team champion and all of them. Okay, anyway, so if you're here, this is not for you. I'm talking about the outsiders. Okay, we're going to clarify to them. Okay, and you are the evidence. Don't take it in any way. We don't hate you. I know you hate us, or maybe you're intimidated by us, but we don't hate you. Okay, we don't know hate. We just want to give you a piece of it. That's the way you make a living. You're like a mooch or like a bug or something on our back, but I'm going to give you an extra piece of information because you're listening and you would digest this and you will clarify it. Ash is not saying that, oh, we're going to pick a few people and the others are not going to get paid. No, that's not how the system works. It's systematic, it's mathematical, it doesn't read names. But I'm just saying the human criteria, that is going to be an extra way. Okay, that is an add-on. It's not going to pay Joe a different pay structure and so that we never know their name, okay? A different structure. It is going to work as a system. I'm not even the one who's approving that, okay? It's not going to work that way. It doesn't pick and choose. There's no preferences. It works scientifically, mathematically, you know, plain and easy. All right? And the levels that I mentioned, those who you and I agree, they deserve that recognition. Like webinar goers or even commenters on YouTube and events goers, that's an add-on. We've been watching and gathering the data. Okay, so you would appreciate that we took the effort and the time to find those extra measures to make sure that those are compensated. That's extra. They don't expect it. But I think it's fair to clarify that those people, you know, in the heart of OnPassive, and they will be rewarded in the best possible ways. Why not? Like the fact they should be the first to be selected for big events or global leaders or offices, or you know, be represented OnPassive at different, you know, stages and platforms. That's a big deal. All right. So if somebody we don't know, it doesn't mean they're not in the compensation plan, but it's very obvious we don't know them. Therefore, we're not going to be able to put them on a big stage. We don't know who they are. Okay. But the system, the code, the math doesn't differentiate. Okay. Talking about extra. I hope that's clear, haters. Okay. Just to be sure that this is just as clear as it can be, how genuine, how transparent the pay structure is, and it's happening as we speak. We're getting closer to those variables. Once you know your monthly cost, once you know what's the difference between data center and you know, having cloud hosting, it's a different billing. Okay, so all those are being you know, clarified and open to us. The fact that we have an idea about the marketing budget, and that's not even including the guaranteed traffic. Okay, so those are extras. So now we have been testing, so we're at a position where we can start now. This is all the data we have, it raw data. This is my preference, this is my desire, this is my dream and wish as Ash. Okay, let's do this. You follow me? And then we go with the professionals. They crunch in the numbers. This is what we should charge for this. This is how much we can pay. Should we automatically pay you, or should we allow you pick up your money? You know, I'm going to tell you what I tell them. I don't want any money to sleep in the OnPassive account. So are they going to run like scheduled payouts every 30 minutes, every hour, every 2 hours, top of the hour, something like that? Okay, we can do that. Okay, not going to be, but my obligation is not to leave money with OnPassive, even if you choose to. It has to be in your wallet. It's up to you where you take it. But I get bombed, okay, tonight, I have no money left with me. The system is rolling. You understand? That's how is my preference. So how they do it, the details, don't get trapped into that. It's going to be in the best possible way to your advantage, to making sure that the system is sustainable, is legal, is healthy, and chubby. I think I covered everything, so I believe anything else, I'm sorry, I had to kind of like not break in between. It was just, again, a conversation. I hope it clarified to you what we're building and how we're structuring things. Okay. Am I out of here?
Thank you, OnPassive.
That's good enough. Thank you, Julie.
A lot of info. A lot of info.
That was Susie. You're calling me Julie now, like everyone else.
Oh my goodness.
God, what's wrong?
Well, you know something, Ash? I wouldn't be surprised if next week some founders ask us, what is Leroy lunch? Was it Leroy?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So some founders are gonna ask. I won't be surprised.
I know, but that's the thing. If you can come in like 5 minutes and go, you're just gonna get mixed up. So you cannot expect full clarity by showing up occasionally. You have to be here all the time, at least the main ones. Okay, like once a week. Come on. And they break it down now, Peter, and you know, the live streams tomorrow, and it get broken down in multiple languages and textual format and videos and discussions. You cannot miss the information. The information is there.
Well, thank you for your time, Ash. We appreciate it.
Absolutely, Susie. Yes,
that was
indeed.
great. That was great.
Well,
and Ash, I'm thankful that I'm seeing that Julie is smiling. She's not crying with all the updates.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. Maybe Mari Digamo, can you keep me? Because I want to make sure you got what I need, everything, what you need.
Yes,
Okay.
both accounts.
Okay. Oh no, I meant on the clarification, you know, for like including India and the innovation labs, all of that.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I will be playing this in slow motion and writing it down.
Yeah, it's going to be a big recap day tomorrow.
Yeah, trust me.
Yes, and I apologize again. I came, but I just didn't want to go another day because tomorrow. And by the way, let's take a look at the OnPassive website while we're here. But again, I highly recommend. Wow, UAE is kicking out. Oh my goodness, is kicking butts. Yeah, definitely. More people are coming from the Dubai activities. Oh my goodness. Boom. While on this very webinar. Incredible. Well, you can, I think we can go to the back office and you will see they're popping up. If they didn't sign up before and they're paying now, but if this is when they register today, you're going to see their names on the dashboard. So welcome to all of our new comers from United Arab Emirates. You're making it in the last round, and the power of OnPassive, power of IT solutions. Have you seen that website? Am I able to share screen?
You should be able to.
You're good. Yes,
Okay.
you're good.
Here, this one, you see it?
There you go. Yeah.
Yep. We can see it.
This is how you do it. Videos, careers, blog, support. Look at that. Cannot miss it. Request an invitation to become a founder. That's the onpassive.com. You have your own replicated link,
Oh, beautiful.
number 51.
Wow.
Should we call it .sexy? Look at that. Look at that. Have you seen this design?
Beautiful.
Have you seen this
Beautiful.
design before? Like in any other company? Look at that.
Beautiful.
I highly recommend a desktop or laptop. You're gonna always get the best experience. A device is a device, okay, but like mobile is okay. But look at that.
Wow, I love the colors too. Beautiful.
Wow.
Look at that. It's looking sexier every day. Obviously, it's a screen share, so it might not be
It's good. We've seen
as in
this.
real
Yeah,
time.
this is great.
Oh, it's very clear. Very
Yeah.
clear.
This is changing. Do you see that?
Yeah, the career ones. Yeah.
Do you see the colors have changed?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I told you it will continue to be improved. Look at that.
Oh, I like that.
Designed, coded, nothing less of a perfection. Look at that. And then you go to the blog. Real photos, not stock images. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Explore the life of OnPassive.
Can't believe how clear that is on a share screen.
This is not 2018. Look how much materials we have today. Who are these people? Models? Strangers? Stock images?
Real people.
Real people. That's what I'm waiting for. Real people. Our people. We're making them heroes. Look at that.
That is great.
Kissing marshmallows. Flawless. Flawless. It will be better tomorrow, trust me.
It's perfect.
Real company, huh?
Yes.
You can add Burj Khalifa here. It's no secret, right?
Right.
So enjoy it, and while we are working on the next one.
Thank you on that.
Wow. Well done. Thank you. Thank you.
Another sleepless night.
So, Ash, you said maybe by the end of the week would have some other updates, you thought, on a timeline, or are we going to have a webinar, or is it just going to be maybe an announcement?
Okay, Susie. So a couple of things. Number one, by this weekend, I'll be done with the few scheduled things. Okay, so I'll have more, I would say, flexibility for more events and all of that. So we are going to discuss the next 2 or 3 events to wrap up the US. So I'll be more present as we go. We don't have to schedule something that is unscheduled, okay? The other thing is we internally would have the timeline about the completion going live with the first data center, say by Friday. I mean, technically it's Wednesday, but by Friday. And we choose what to share, obviously, okay? But it is very much likely within a matter of weeks we would have it. So we're not talking about 6 months, 7 months. No. This is a couple of weeks, few weeks, okay? Down the road, we're gonna probably choose to say so and so date, or better to say we're gonna be having a switch and we're going live from on-passive data center, the first one. So I'm not sure if we're gonna have to plan an event for that.
Yeah. Thanks
we're
for
gonna-
clarifying. Thank you for clarifying. Yeah.
And important to, we're gonna have the I'm sure you will somewhat will be involved also, the Indian event. So we can iron that and make sure it goes perfectly fair and flawless, all right, without any manipulation, all right? I make sure it's perfect. And once we set that up, I'm not sure if it's going to be Sunday or we might have to agree on a different time or date. Yeah, so those are the pending things now. Once we have a new design for Burj Khalifa and the other venues. They don't stop, but Burj Khalifa, we're going to have to decide if we're going to do another founders display or just until we go to the next one. And then if it's confirmed, the event that we planned on the 28th of this month to be swapped with something else. So instead of like not having anything, we're going to continue, but just another plan that was supposed to be further down, we bring it before, okay? And then when it's possible, we'll bring it, but in June, we still have another major global event, all right? Yeah, so I just can't wait for us to have something to sell. All right, we have a lot of value and work we've been working, but now we just want to plug in a wallet, a merchant, and I personally, I miss marketing, so I'm talking about selling. So I like to sell things I love, you know. I'm passionate about what we have. It's crazily easily sellable. Don't judge my wording. I'm making that up. Okay, so you know it's insanely easy to sell with what we have. Like you just have to be humble. Try to be humble. There will be a few events, and whenever it's possible, we'll pop on. But I'll be on the road for obviously throughout the week.
Okay, thanks for clarifying. I knew you had mentioned about the dates on the data center and some other things. I just wanted to make sure we were all clear. Appreciate it.
The other night, I had a walk in Manhattan. It was blowing, windy, and cold. I was not equipped. I was not covered, and it rained for hours. So I got sick, but I was happy to get through. That you were hopefully were able to understand me.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel my nose is like 3 pounds stuffed, and yeah, so hopefully tomorrow will be better. It's warming up. Boston is good because I used to be equipped. I kind of like took it easy, and it just okay. You think we're a wussy here in New York? We're gonna show you.
Well, I noticed you were coughing a little, but
Yeah,
we
was
could
trying to
hear
hold-
you though. We got you.
Thank you.
Hope you feel better.
Thank you.
Enjoy New York.
All right, just got the rest of the day here, and we are moving. But definitely, we'll see you in a different spot.
Okay, thank you, Ash.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, have a good one.
Okay.